Hunter Biden's new indictment for 9 tax crimes is being connected to people close to his father. Our next guest got the scoop for this exclusive story. Josh Boswell is a senior reporter for dailymail.com. Josh, it's good to have you with us. In this 56-page indictment against Hunter Biden, he is named. Other people are referred to, but not by name. A Daily Mail investigation divined who these people are, though. How did you find out who they were, and who indeed are they?
So this was really a case of piecing together from Hunter Biden's laptop files, looking at emails, text messages, documents on there, and then also some of the reports and the documents that have been released by these congressional investigations that are going on into the Biden family. Once you put all of that together, it becomes very clear who each of these unnamed people are. And really, the picture that emerges is a bunch of people who are very close to Joe Biden. So for a start, you've got Jim Biden, his brother, is just named as business associate 3 in the indictment, but it's his brother. You've got 2 major donors to Joe. You've got a family friend, and you've also got someone who was helping Joe with his taxes throughout his vice presidency. So the picture you get really is, yes, this is an indictment of Hunter Biden, but there are a lot of close links to Joe here, and it raises the prospect that you may have Joe's name being invoked in the criminal case if that goes to trial.
All right, so to that point, you've got James Biden. I believe the tax advisor is Eric Schwerin, who is also a business partner of Hunter Biden, the 2 major donors, and a family friend whose wife worked for the First Lady. So far, though, no evidence of wrongdoing on Joe Biden's part. Is that because, Josh, there isn't any evidence of that, or there is, but it just hasn't been uncovered?
There is no smoking gun yet that incontrovertibly proves that Joe Biden was receiving money from some of these allegedly corrupt business deals that his son was doing. But there is a lot of evidence that points towards that potential conclusion, right? You've got, for example, that bombshell email from one of Hunter's business partners saying 10% for the big guy, which is named as Joe. You've got text messages from a business associate saying, oh, the big guy, the chairman, my chairman is Joe Biden. But just don't say that when you're talking on text with Hunter. Lots of things like that point towards Joe being involved. One of the stories that I broke recently was about the company used to funnel money from this Chinese deal that Hunter did through to Hunter and Joe's brother Jim. That company, its agent was actually Joe's power of attorney, Mel Monzak. So,
right.
The more we dig into this, the more we see links to Joe Biden. And I think, through what's happening in Congress now, through the potential impeachment proceedings, I think we may find that evidence.
And the more that comes to light as well, the more it seems what Joe Biden was saying about this in terms of his family never having any business connections or making money off of China would seem to be untrue. It's a fascinating read, a good piece of journalistic sleuthing as well. Josh Boswell from the dailymail.com. Good to talk to you. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. We look forward to your next article.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.